my channel. My name is Ananya and I'm so happy to have you here. And if you have been one of my subscribers since the past few months, or if you have been a new subscriber, I know I have some explanation to do. I kind of disappeared from YouTube for a month but I really don't have any excuse. But I went to Assam and there was no Wi-Fi, and then I got really sick. So I am a little bit better today, and since the beginning of 2025, since 1st January itself, I have been so severely ill, you guys. It's just not been very nice. I think I got every sort of sickness you can possibly think of. But anyways, I am back, and I am back for good, you guys. And I cannot wait to, and I can't wait to post more on YouTube and be consistent like I used to. And I promise that I am going to be consistent. I am going to post once every week, and on top of that, I'll be also posting reels every now and then, like on YouTube Shorts and possibly also on my Instagram. So if you want to be more updated about my life and everything, then do follow me on Instagram, and also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you like similar content of which I post. Now don't worry, I'll be back with some beauty content very, very soon. Okay, I have everything planned out and I am so excited to share all of my new videos with you guys. So in today's video, we are going to talk about simple steps or habits which can actually take your life from a 0 to 100. And these are things you can follow in your daily life to, have a much happier and healthier life, and also achieve those goals which you write down every single year when the year begins, but you never achieve them. I am making this video because my 2024 vision board came true, and I think almost 95% of it came true, except for the fact that me losing weight. I did not really lose much of weight, but other than that, almost everything came true on my 2024 vision board. I am so grateful that I was able to do all of this and I got the opportunity. I think I did more than I anticipated. I went on so many trips in 2024, and I was not even ready for that. I did not plan that. It was not on my vision board, but I did so much traveling. I went to Arunachal Pradesh, I went to Rajasthan, I went to Assam. Where did I not go? Okay, literally I had so many trips, and I am so grateful and I'm so happy that all of that happened, and me achieving my goals. Okay, opening my YouTube channel was one of my goals for 2024, and I did it. Oh my god. And I also reached 500 subscribers, which is such a big thing. Subscribe. I'm going to list out a few things which you can do. All of these steps are going to be really helpful for you and planning out your life for 2025, so that you achieve all of your goals and actually have a healthy and happy day-to-day life, while also romanticizing it. So let's start. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is journaling, you guys. Okay, I think I do not need to talk about this anymore. Okay, journaling and creating a vision board. Now, I already made my vision board before 2025 started, and I have already set it everywhere, and got all of my goals down and things that I want to achieve. And now, do's and don'ts of your vision board. Do not go ahead and put something like, I am going to be the first millionaire in my family. Oh my god. I mean, if you have the means to be a millionaire or a billionaire, then good for you. But writing something or putting something very unrealistic on your vision board can actually backfire, because you will not be able to achieve it, and it might cause disappointment later on. So it's better to write and put images of achievable goals. Like, for example, maybe you are going to do more skincare, maybe you're going to take more care of yourself, maybe you're going to lose some weight, maybe you're going to gain some weight, maybe you are going to go on a trip, maybe you want a certain sort of look or certain sort of aesthetic that you want to explore. You can start with small things and also bigger things. Maybe you want to buy a certain device, start a new hobby, or get a new job, start a new career path. All of these things, I want you to list and write them down, so that you know that what is achievable. When you're doing your vision board, it's better to just plan everything out, write all of your keywords down, and go to Pinterest, find all of the pictures. You can also have quotes on your vision board. That is also a good thing. Like, I put a lot of quotes on my vision board. So when you write out the things that you want to achieve, like your goals, and when you get the pictures for your vision board, you're actually changing from words to visualizing your goals, and that is a very important step. Once you're done with visualizing, and you can just go to Canva, like use Canva. It's a very easy, I think, platform or a tool where you can just copy and paste or just save all of your pictures and just put it all together. If you want to print your vision board out and buy a canvas or chart paper, whatever you want to, and paste it on there, you can do that as well. And if you can't find a certain picture which you are visualizing in your head, you can even draw it. Okay, like there is no limits. There is literally endless possibilities of what you can do when it comes to making your own vision board, because remember, it's your vision, so it's really important to keep it in a place where you can visualize it. For example, I always keep my vision board as the lock screen of my phone and as the lock screen of my laptop as well, so that whenever I am going to open my phone or my laptop, I can always see it. Like, it's in a place where I can always see it. So once you are done with making it digitally or manually, want to like keep it in your room or somewhere, okay, you can do that. That is also completely fine, okay, as long as you can see it like every now and then. Now when you are done with your vision board entirely, let's move on to journaling. And for journaling, okay, you do not need a lot of things. Now, first of all, I want to talk about the fact that if you believe in the universe or if you don't, it's up to you how you want to journal it. But I am going to say whatever I know, because I did not trust in the universe 1 year ago. Last year I started trusting in the universe and my world changed, okay, like once I started believing in the universe and I started manifesting stuff and writing them down, and doing all sorts of things. Like, as soon as I started manifesting and believing in the universe and believing in myself, most importantly, having faith in myself, I think my world literally changed. Like, I went from 0 to 100, and I was so shocked when by the end of the year my entire vision board was achieved, because what the hell, my mind was blown. So either you believe in the universe or you don't, it doesn't really matter, okay? You write down whatever, how you're feeling, how you're doing. You can just do journaling as as like a diary insert, like documenting your life, printing out pictures, pasting them in a very pretty way and just writing about your days and stuff. You can do that, or you can also do journaling, like very mindful journaling, like writing down your thoughts and writing down your emotions, because that also really helps. But now let's come to the essentials of journaling. You do not need too many things. You can just have a simple notebook like I did last year. I literally had like a very simple notebook as my journal. This was my journal last year, okay, like in 2024, and it's literally just a lined book. This is literally just a lined book, and I'm not going to lie, I used to journal only when I used to get time and whenever I used to feel like journaling. Other than that, I used to not really journal a lot, but this year I'm taking it more seriously and I actually got myself a really nice journal. I got myself this very cutesy journal, and this is from the Muddy Jumpers. I am going to mention a few Instagram shops and like Instagram handles where you can go and go through the page, and all of these pages sell really good journals, because I personally went through all of these pages when I was looking for a good journal and I ended up getting this one. It is so freaking cute, you guys. I need to show you guys the first page because I worked so hard for this, okay? Look at that. I printed it out, okay, and this journal is actually a dotted journal. I don't know if you can see it or not. So this journal is actually a dotted journal, and I will have more freedom to draw or write whatever I want to. It's a blank journal. There are also printed journals where you have prompts and stuff written, so you can of course buy those as well. And as for me, I got this journal and I'm so glad that I did, because this is so me. This is literally like, this screams Ananya, okay, like it's pink and it has bows. I love it. And Next thing in your essentials, you don't need a lot of fancy pens, but I like to use a lot of fancy pens, okay? So I have sketch pens and I have normal just, ball pens for writing. I only had colored pens and normal pens last year, and that just did more than enough. And you need only the basics, but I'm just saying what all I use personally. I am not someone who is going to journal every single day, but I have decided to journal every week, and sometimes I'll write down my feelings and my thoughts. That is also called journaling. If you guys want, I will leave some journaling prompts down below. Now there is a very important thing about journaling which I will be talking about. It is categories, and in categories you can have personal growth or mindset or well-being, career, health, finance, and etc. Okay, it can be any other thing that you want to focus on, as category wise. Now you're going to take each of these categories and you're going to write down your goals. Suppose, for example, in career, your goals are to get 80s out of 100. So there is the word, like the category career, then is your goal, and then there is your steps or actions that you need to take. So in career, maybe it's like I said, it's 80s out of 100. And what step do you need to take? Okay, it can be like you need to reduce your screen time, you need to focus more on studies, you need to sit and study more at the library maybe. Okay, these are actionable steps which you can take. So you can plan your entire goals list like this, and you will know what action do you need to take in order to fulfill and achieve your goals. And this is actually a great method, and I actually highly recommend doing this if you're really serious about achieving your goals. Okay, so now we move on to the next category, which is books. Okay, if you're someone who is into fictional books, you can of course read those books as well, but I will be mainly talking about non-fictional books and self-help books. Okay, now self-help doesn't mean that you have to be really in the dark, in the pits, under the rocks. It doesn't have to be like that. A lot of people take it in a very negative way, but I personally do not think so. Reading self-help books are actually great because they create more self-awareness, and also they actually redirect your life in a positive way which you would not be expecting. Okay, I think reading books do create like a big impact in your life, and I personally like to write down the things that I learn or which stand out to me, the lines, and I am not someone who likes to mark in the books, so I will write or note them down on my notes app, and I actually go through them whenever I'm just having lazy time, or I'm just going to bed, or just having whenever I'm free, I'll just go through the notes, and they actually help me a lot personally for my personal growth and mental well-being as well. I'll be linking or writing the book names down below in the caption. You can definitely go check them out. But there are two books which I have personally read and I really loved. Okay, and both these books I got in 2025. The first one is When Things Don't Go Your Way by Haemin Sunim. Okay, I am this much through the book, and this is an amazing one. Okay, this has Zen wisdom for difficult times, and the book actually gave me such a positive outlook on life in general, I think. And this is a very newly launched book, so you guys can definitely go check it out. It's a great book, honestly. There are lots of very popular books on the internet as well, which you will hear a lot of people talk about, but this is something new which I picked out and I personally would really recommend. And the second book which I want to talk about, I think you might or might not have heard about this book, and it is 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. This is also another great book. Now I have not really read it completely, but I have heard that this is actually a very good book. This book is recommended by a lot of people on the internet, so I personally will read and let you guys know about my thoughts on this book. But this is really popular everywhere, and I'm quite excited to read this book. This is another self-help sort of book, and yeah, these are two books which I generally recommend, and other recommendations will be down in the description. Okay, so now we move on to the third category, which is emotional and mental well-being. So these are just advices which I want to just say out to you guys, because a lot of you are actually young viewers, okay, like teenagers watching my videos. And I mean, even I'm a teenager, okay, don't get me wrong, like, wait, I'm not a teenager actually, I am 21 now. Now, First off, I want to say that you guys, you need to cut off negativity and negative people from your life. Okay, people who drain you, people who make you upset, people who genuinely make you feel bad about yourself for no reason. Okay, when you know someone is a negative character in your life, try your best to distance yourself from these people. Okay, and it is the best thing. Okay, it is literally the best thing. A lot of people, stay in a lot of relationships because they think that, okay, what if I leave and then I have nobody? Girl, trust me, I have been there. Okay, you are better off alone than being with somebody who is draining you, who is literally affecting your life in a negative way, and there is no positive impact with the presence of this person. It is of no use. Okay, you are not going to have growth in a stagnant place, so you need to move forward, you need to move out of that. And my second advice is recognize patterns in people which are not necessarily good. Okay, now you might be around good people who have certain bad habits or certain bad patterns. Okay, maybe when they get angry they throw a fit, or maybe they act a certain way because of their past trauma and stuff like that. Now I am not saying that just because someone has one bad trait you need to cut them off, but you should recognize patterns in people, because a lot of times we end up blaming ourselves, and it just affects us in general. Like for me, it has happened a lot of times when something is genuinely like the problem of someone else, but I would blame myself for that, and that is just not okay. And when I recognized the patterns in these people, I understood that it is not actually my fault. It is something there's a certain way they behave, or there's certain things they do because they are used to it, or they grew up like that, or it is just who they are, and you can't really do anything about it. Okay, it's really important to understand where you can't really make too many changes and where you can't do much to help this person. And not everyone has to be your bestie, girl. Like not everyone has to be your bestie. You do not need 100 friends, okay, 10,000 friends to survive. You need one genuine friend and you will be good for the rest of your life. Trust me on that. Okay, so the next advice that I have to say is practice healthy habits like self-care, gratitude, okay, sunlight therapy. Practice self-habits which will actually help you in life and make your day-to-day life actually better. For example, things like self-care, skincare, it can be shopping and stuff like that also. Gratitude, journaling, writing down 5 things that you're grateful for every single day. That is actually a very, very, very helpful thing. Okay, sunlight therapy. Now what I mean by sunlight therapy is just sitting in sunlight, because it actually helps with your mind being positive. Because if you sit and rot in a room which is dark and which has no sunlight or whatsoever, you are probably going to feel depressed. Okay, but when you expose yourself to light in the morning and sunlight, you just feel so much refreshed and you will feel motivated. I don't know if this the same with everybody else. Okay, I'm not saying that this has to be the same with everybody else, but for me this actually is a thing. Like I've seen, if I rot in my bed without opening my curtains and without letting in any of the natural sunlight or light in general, because my room does not get any sunlight, I saw that I actually tend to be more lazy and lethargic and feel sad and emotional for no reason. But when I expose myself to the sun and to the outside and breathe in some air, I am instantly better. And the last advice which I have is, guys, when you achieve your goals, it's okay to reward yourself a little bit. Okay, a lot of times people are really hard on themselves. Like I personally don't like it, and whenever I have any small victory, like oh my god, like for example I reached 500 subscribers, or I finished my work on time and I did everything in time, or even if it's like deep cleaning my room at the end of the day after a really, really tiring day, I would like to reward myself. Maybe it's a cup of tea, maybe it's a movie that I want to watch. It doesn't have to be a very big reward. Okay, sometimes like when I feel like, I go buy myself some boba tea or a little, you know, brownie or something, just a little celebratory brownie. And it is actually a really good thing to reward yourself. I personally think so. Like, you deserve to be rewarded after you achieve something, be it small achievements or be it big achievements. You deserve it. I'll link everything down below and put everything in the description, so definitely go check it out. Make sure you like this video if you liked it, and subscribe as well, because it will help me and it will make me happy. And you know, if you want to stick around, then of course consider subscribing. And if you want more updates, more daily updates, you can go follow my Instagram. I am more active there than on YouTube. I promise that I'm back in the routine and I'll be consistent and post videos every single week. So I'm excited to see you guys every single week.